Okay, sige.
Dapat may maliwanag na paliwanag.
Pero kailangan siguro pag-aralan natin yan.
Tama
Madam
po.
President, Mr. Sponsor. Mr. President, Madam Sponsor. Yun lang po. Maraming salamat po, Madam Sponsor, Mr. President.
Thank you very much. These are very useful safeguards and amendments that we can keep in mind. Sana sa susunod na budget hearing ng DTI, mas na-actionan na itong mga scalping at iba pang online scam. Salamat po.
Thank you, Senator Tulfo. Senator Joel Villanueva is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. Distinguished sponsor, my seatmate since I started public service 24 years ago. May we know if our colleague, distinguished lady from Ilocos, would yield to some questions, Mr. President.
Yes, certainly, Mr. President, I'm happy to attempt to answer the questions of the Honorable Villanueva.
Thank you, Mr. President. Actually, I am not going to ask a lot of questions as let me state for the record that I've been very supportive of the budget of DTI and its attached agencies. We were part of the commission and appointment that confirmed our good secretary, and we believe in her. And we know that there's a lot of things that we can still do in order for us to help out our economy, especially this representation's advocacy, which is job generation and job creation. Mr. President, let me start asking questions on the issues raised by the honorable gentleman from Isabela, Senator Raffy Tulfo, with regard to scalping, Mr. President. Let me also point out, Mr. President, and we thank the Senate President Pro Temp for raising the issue that we indeed need a anti-scalping law, Mr. President. This representation filed Senate Bill number 556, Mr. President. This is an act prohibiting the selling and or buying of admission tickets through unauthorized sales channels, providing penalties therefore and for other purposes, which was already referred to the Committee on Justice and Human Rights. So I hope, Mr. President, that our colleagues who are also listening in today's deliberation would support the measure, Mr. President, because I feel, Mr. President, that it is very important. And let me also put on record na nabibiktima po ako lagi ng mga concert tickets, lalo na po yung mga Korean concerts dahil yung 13-year-old na anak ko po ay mahilig sa K-pop. So,
nasa Bukawi ka pa
at
naman.
nasa Bukawi pa po ako, Mr. President, at akala ng buong mundo, pag may concert po sa Bukawi, marami po akong ticket at may access po akong makabili ng ticket. And, you know, Mr. President, unfortunately, despite the fact na we wanted to do something about this, it's also a fact, Mr. President, na pag mataas po yung demand, talagang wala akong magawa yung mga customers, Mr. President. In fact, ako ho, lagi po, tuwing may concert po doon sa Bukawi, lagi ho akong natatanong, may access ka ba? May pwede ka bang mabilhan? Pati ho kasama natin dito sa Senado, Mr. President, tinatanong po ako, but unfortunately, wala po talaga. And magandang masabi po ito doon sa mga nakikinig. Wala ho akong access at hindi po ako nakakabili ng ticket o access para makabili ng ticket. But it's true, Mr. President, yung binabanggit kanina ni Senator Raffy na talagang exorbitant na yung mga fees. And mas madalas po, hindi po talagang yung nakalagay sa ticket na presyo yung bibilhin po. Nabanggit po kanina ng ating sponsor na limited yung powers ng DTI because it's a customer-to-customer relationship. But I really think, Mr. President, and I feel na we have to do something kahit hindi pa ho napapasa itong panukalang batas na Senate Bill number 556. Dapat talaga may masampulan, dapat merong gawin ng ating pamahalaan na hulihin itong mga to, masampulan para hindi po sila mangahas na gawin po ito. At hindi lang po ito nangyayari sa Bukawi, Mr. President. Din po sa Araneta Coliseum, dyan din po sa tabi natin, dito sa MOA Arena, nangyayari din po, Mr. President.
Tama. Talagang akala po namin talagang kayang-kaya mong bunuin yung mga ticket sa Bukawi. Hindi pala. Okay. At maraming salamat. Thank you very much for that support for the Anti-Scalping Act. I think
Yeah.
it's something that we're in dire need of.
And Mr. President, I think we should step up our game. Manghuli ho tayo talaga. Hanapin ho natin ito. No? Kasi ako isang basketball fanatic. Every time merong international event dito, yung FIBA, whether
Tama.
it's UAAP or even PBA, pagka finals, nangyayari po yan. Pero, Mr. President, I can assure you, pagka pumunta po kayo dun sa mga venue, talagang may lalapit talaga sa inyo na
Tama yun.
magbebenta po talaga. At mas mataas po yung presyo, Mr.
At
President.
hindi sila nagtatago.
Hindi po,
Talagang
hindi po.
garapalan.
Exactly po, Mr.
Ang
President.
lain nila doon sa pinto. At yun nga, sinasabi ko nga sa DTI, maging mas aggressive dito sa mga e-commerce platforms. Meron namang batas na talagang nagsasabi pwede nilang hulihin kung nabenta online. Kung ando naman sa mismong venue, pwede naman sigurong hulihin. Unfair practices na yan, hindi na tama.
Ako, naka-experience po ako, nakikita ko, may mga police vehicle mobile na nandun. Nasa tabi ko, wala pa hong 10 dipa. Naririnig po nila yung mga scalpers nag-aalok ho ng ticket. So I hope, Mr. President, na matignan po natin ito. And another thing, Mr. President, that I'd like to raise based on Senator Raffy Tulfo's intervention. Hindi lang po yung price tickets, no? Kanina binabanggit ko, for example, pumunta yung Coldplay. Talagang once in a lifetime, mapanood mo ho yun, talagang ang laki ho nung binabayaran na ticket. Wag na ho yung presyo na lang ng ticket. For example, Mr. President, i-raise ko din po ito, yung concert ni Taylor Swift. Yung concert ni Taylor Swift dito sa Asia, sa Southeast Asia, dun lang po sa Singapore nagpunta. Nag-skip sa Indonesia, nag-skip sa Pilipinas at sa iba pang lugar. And there were, it was in the news, Mr. President, CNN, BBC, na lumabas doon na ang mismong Singapore ina-accuse ng ilang mga bansa na kinopo nila at nagbigay sila ng malaking investment para doon lang gawin sa Singapore.
Ayun
yung,
kay Taylor
concert.
Swift.
Yeah, I'm just sharing this, Mr. President, because as legislators, as representatives of the people, we wanted to give them something na hindi naman tayo madehado. Yun yung binanggit din kanina ni Senator Tulfo. Hindi tayo malamangan. And, you know, yung paglalamang, hindi lang dun sa presyo ng ticket, kundi dun sa access. And kung papaano tayo magkakaroon ng opportunity para i-promote ang ating bansa. I'm not just talking about concerts, Mr. President. For example, Mr. President, ang F1 race, Mr. President, wala ho dito sa atin. Sa Japan lang at saka po doon sa Singapore. Sa Singapore, yung night race nila, alam ho ng mga parokyano yun. Doon lang ho meron. So, binabanggit ko po ito just because I think these activities ay additional programs that we can look into, low-hanging fruits na makakalikha ng trabaho, makakagawa ng mga activities para i-promote ang ating bansa, Mr. President. And DTI can help out in looking into these projects, Mr. President.
Yes, tama po kayo at nahuhuli ang DTI. Talagang ang leisure and entertainment industry, industry din. Kaya kailangan i-regulate rin ng DTI. Hindi lang ang manufacturing and BPO services, hindi lang yon kundi mismo leisure and entertainment. Dapat sakupin na nila. Maliwanag, kapag online, meron silang kapangyarihan hulihin ang mga sellers nito. Pero ang sinasabi nila, yung transactions doon mismo sa venue na nagbebentahan, garapalan, harap-harapan, hindi daw crime yun sa ngayon. So, hindi daw nila pwedeng hulihin ng basta. Nagtataka naman ako, under the general rubric of unfair trade and misrepresentation, palagay ko, you can make a case for it. So, I think perhaps we should specify in a specific law exactly what we mean.
Thank you, Mr. President, and I expect the support of our distinguished colleague in passing this representation's bill, Senate Bill number 556, which is an anti-scalping act, Mr. President, that we are promoting. Mr. President, let me go to another point, and this is also to support the call of our Senate President Soto, tungkol po doon sa protect ng ating mga consumers sa mga platforms, no, online platforms. Mr. President, yung Australia po came up with a law because of a lot
Binanggit
of...
din namin kanina.
no?
December 10 ang deadline nila.
Oo, yung 16 years of age, binaban na nila sa social media platform, no? And
That's correct.
yung binanggit niyo po kanina, nakakatuwa po yun, dun sa Australia, ang talagang tinitingnan nila yung pagban ng mga platforms, Mr. President, not the parents. Kasi kahit sa atin dito, ang daming parents nasa abroad at because of the fact na they're looking for greener pastures, umaalis po sila. So, yun po, I hope magkaroon din po ng posisyon ang DTI about this. We raised this issue, Mr. President, in the budget of DepEd, and they're looking into it. Pwede rin nating gamitin yung GMRC law para sa mga kabataan natin. And then yung DTI, makita po natin yung mga platforms na nagpo-promote na alam natin na minsan, Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, sa face value pa lang nung page, Mr. President, alam mo na manggogoyo eh. So, sana matignan din po natin yun, Mr. President.
Maraming salamat. Pag-aralan po natin, isipin ninyo yung Australia na highly developed, highly technologically advanced, talagang sumuko na sa regulation. Basta banned na lang outright. Di ko naman sinasabi na dapat gawin natin yun, yung under 16. At marami rin naman nasasagap sa online na kaalaman at edukasyon. Ngunit palagay ko, importante na talagang tignan na itong mga platform. Pati yung mga fines na ini-impose natin,
Yes.
parang sinsilyo lang yun. Ika nga,
Kahit
card
araw-araw,
change lang.
kayang-kaya nila.
Kayang-kaya nila bayaran to, puro 20,000. Nako, yung mga kumpanyang pinag-uusapan, Lazada, Shopee, Temu, Alibaba, kayang-kaya nila yan. Samantalang sa Australia, yung mga fine nila, ang titindi, US $32 million. Isipin mo, for serious and repeated breaches. Dito, 30 days suspension, ibabalik ulit, tapos babayaran mo 20,000. Baka pagtawanan lang tayo ng malalaking platform.
Salamat, Ginoong Pangulo, at I hope that we can do better and we can perform better in protecting our consumers. At we still believe in the leadership of our Secretary sa Department of Trade and Industry. Mr. President, last issue ko po, and I made mention about this, yung job creation. No? In this particular budget that we are deliberating upon, Mr. President, the budget for 2026, may we know, Mr. President, the items in the budget that talks about or focusing on job creation, Mr. President? And how much is allotted for next year, Mr. President?
Yes, as the senator is fully aware, dahil magkakasabay tayo na winark out to, yung trabaho bill, Yung trabaho
para sa bayan
national
bill.
program.
Yes. It's an act already, sorry. It's a
It's
law.
already an act, it's already a law. At dahil doon, bahagi na siya ng budget ng DTI. At sa dinami-dami ng project ng DTI, hindi ko siya mahanap. Pero sa ngayon...
I'm sure madami, no, Mr. President. I'm sure there are a lot of items in the
That's right.
budget that would focus on job creation.
Yung MSMEs, malaking bagay.
Yes.
Pero yung trabaho, syempre, ang lead agency, among others, is DTI.